Okay, so we're into episode 4 of the Ahsoka series, and the first 3 episodes I felt were a little bit slow. Exposition in some ways, not enough exposition in other ways. You can see my previous video about the first 3 episodes. This one I felt was a lot better, mainly because there was a bit more action in it this time around, which I felt helped a little bit, and there are some little things here and there which kind of would make a Star Wars fan happy. Now, I don't pretend to know all of the Star Wars lore, so there are going to be things I don't know. If you know anything that I don't know, please do let me know down in the comments to try and explain it. I know some people have done that in the previous video, so thank you for that. But basically, Ahsoka and Sabine land on this planet, where they crash land on this planet, and now Morgan has sent Shin with some guards to try and kill them, or to try and delay them anyway, while they get the target coordinates done. So they go and they try to kill Sabine and Ahsoka, but it doesn't work out. And then Sabine and Ahsoka run into the jungle to try and find the map. On the way, they meet Shin, and also is it Mericon? Anyway, there was some people who believed that this kind of robotic droid. People believed that this could be Ezra, but it wasn't, because spoilers. He actually gets killed by Ahsoka, and then Sabine and Shin end up with this battle. Now, this is some quite good lightsaber battles in here. Between Ahsoka and and on Sabine and Shin. There's some good lightsaber moments in here. I liked the cutting of the trees and trees falling over. I liked that kind of thing. That's kind of a thing for me, if you know what I mean. So I kind of like all that. I like the lightsabers doing damage to other objects in the vicinity. That kind of stuff. That kind of stuff appeals to me. Anyway, so while Sabine and Shin are fighting it out, Ahsoka goes to find the map, and she comes across Skull, of course, and they have a little bit of a tete-a-tete, shall we say. And there's quite a good line in this. I don't know whether it's a good line or a cheesy line, but it's like, the ex-girlfriend says to the current girlfriend, "Oh, I've heard so much about you," and the other one will say, "Oh, that's funny. They haven't mentioned you." And it was one of those lines where you think that's a little bit cheesy, but here we go. Anyway, they have a bit of a battle, and during the battle, Ahsoka manages to subdue Skull enough to try and grab the map. Hurts her hand in the process. He decides to try and do away with her, and he ends up kind of pushing her off the edge of this cliff. Sabine sees it, and even though Ahsoka has told her to destroy the map, she doesn't. And eventually she gets kind of subdued and seduced by Skull, who then she then gives the map to, who then subsequently destroys it once they've got the coordinates to where they think Thrawn is. So there's also this bit at the end of the episode where Ahsoka looks like she's in some kind of interdimensional world. You could call it heaven, maybe. I don't know what you would call it. Maybe other people have seen this somewhere before. I haven't seen it in any Star Wars things before. And there she sees Anakin, a younger version of Anakin as he would have been in Rebels and things like that. And that's where the episode ends. So we're kind of left in a bit of limbo of where she is, what will happen to her, and things like this. Now, as I said, I thought this episode was actually quite, it was better. It wasn't exceptionally, it wasn't perfect, but it was better. The fight scenes were actually quite good. I quite enjoyed the interplay between the characters. Kind of was a bit disappointed by the fact that Sabine sold out Ahsoka, but then I kind of knew that was going to happen. It had been set up for that to happen anyway. So there were some things which I thought were okay. However, there were a little bit of plot points here and there which I wasn't entirely sure about. Merrick, for example, I felt that a lot of people said that he would probably be Ezra, and maybe they decided that everyone would think that, so they decided to get rid of him and have Ezra as somebody else, perhaps. But it was okay in terms of episodes. I mean, it wasn't my favourite episode of Star Wars or a Star Wars franchise series, but it wasn't that bad. And I think that if it continues to improve, then we could see a good ending to the series. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But as I say, as a standalone episode, I thought it wasn't too bad at all. Let me know your comments down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, and tell me what you thought about the show, and whether you think that it's redeeming itself. Is it improving as the series goes on, or do you think it's still actually just a little bit of rubbish? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.